Hello, it is a lovely Saturday, of course, 6th January. Welcome to Lumen Morning Diary. I am Henry Mudenda alongside General Piri, Eugene Musoka, and Alice Lungu. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Henry.
At the same time, it's called Masqua here, kind of answering.
It's a beautiful Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So good morning. It's good to start with good energy.
And I just don't know why Henry is so ahead.
I don't know.
September.
I said September.
January.
You said January.
I said January.
Ish.
Our dearest viewers.
Wow.
Of course, it is 6th of September 2025.
I don't know why you've gone ahead.
I'm always ahead. Even my time at some point, the time on the watch and on the phone, they're always different. So that I see which one, at least I'm always ahead of time.
Yeah, I see. You see. It's so good to be here again with yet another exciting episode of the Morning Diary. We are very happy to be here. So I'm sure Henry is very much anxious to be in 2026. I don't know what is so special about 2026 that he mentioned of January.
He's already excited about it.
The excitement is just too much.
Oh, I see.
Yes, Alice. Looking at our topic of focus, of course, our dearest viewers, we are looking at the curriculum review. Of course, it is almost half a year ever since the new curriculum was introduced, and we have to review it. And we'll have a very special guest that will help us at least to analyze the way forward and what has been done so far in this curriculum, which is being used in Zambia.
Yes. We just want to actually find out more from our guest, who actually shed more light about this topic of focus that we have today, especially that it was introduced in this year 2025. Would want to find out how far is it going, like how are the pupils adapting to this new change. That is what we want to find out today.
And also maybe in trying to find out the challenges that the teachers are facing and what measures they have put in place to tackle these challenges they are facing also.
Are the teachers and the pupils adapting to this new curriculum? This is what we'd like to know more. I'm sure our viewers would also send their contributions. They'll either call us or text us on the number spreading on the
Yeah, of course, we have a lot to give you, especially on this breakfast show, where we also discuss the issue of agriculture with Agrian, which who give us more insight looking at this month, the month of September, where farmers get to prepare more, especially those that need more food. Others have foods already. This is the right time to prepare in readiness of the year 2025-2026 agriculture season.
Yeah, indeed, looking at agriculture, here in Zambia, as one of the biggest sources of our very own food here in Zambia, and we need to take interest, just like these people in government are saying, each and everyone, at least at some point, needs to be a farmer. So this is a time that we all need to prepare, at least to produce something in our farms. I know you're going to have a piece of land somewhere, I think I can go one or two things. So I think this, let's hear from our guest what he's going to tell us, and let's learn from him, so that at least come 2026, we won't be complaining on the issues of.
And we just hope to have Zambia harvest, to have stable rains. We don't need to have a drought.
Indeed,
if we have a drought,
we
don't have food by the end of the day. But by Jimusaka Muzat Stadium, land design
Tinambanga manga.
Yes, we can be in Lusaka, yes, but there are those people who have been privileged to live at very, very, very big plots where they are staying, and they are not using that land for anything. At least let's try by all means to produce something. Even this season, walikuwa na solar issues, we know the issues of electricity, but they have got solar, they have got water all the time. So at least we can advise them to at least plant something behind the yard. Not every time, even the vegetables you need to go and buy. But if you've got, that piece of land, you can produce some cabbage, some grapes, so that you'll be able to.
Yes. We've actually seen that. Yes, Henry.
Right, we've just mentioned the issue of farming. Our dearest viewers, when you see us on the breakfast show, you know that we give you the full package, ranging from the newspaper pick, we have the trends, we have food for the soul for Father Arthur. These are the things that you would always love to sit down and watch, as well as sports. These are the things that we give you on this lovely show. Genera and Alice, as well as Eugene, we're looking at these issues of trends. So far, we've seen a lot of things happening on social media, and also we do have stories in the newspapers. Of course, we do have a lot for the people, just to ensure that they stay glued to Lumen TV and follow, especially these interesting topics that we will be looking at.
Oh, yes, Henry, like you've said, we've actually had a lot of stories that are trending on social media, and of course, would love to share what the paper has for us. So I think we'll straight dive into what is trending in the newspaper picks.
Yeah.
Okay. Eugene and Genera.
Okay.
I take the must. It's landslide rejection. Landslide victory has backfired on Hichilema and UPND, says Changala. Zambians have shown President Hakainde Hichilema that they are no longer interested in his lies. Governance activist Brebna Changala has said. This story continues on page 3.
Okay, in the Zambia Daily Mail, the Drug Enforcement Commission widens Iyamba Malanji probe. So to read more, Drug Enforcement Commission DC Director General Nelson Banda has reviewed that additional funds linked to Joseph Malanji and Fedson Iyamba money laundering case remain unaccounted for. This story continues on page 3 of Zambia Daily Mail.
We go to farming. FRA maize directive angers farmers. The policy on the sale of maize to the Food Reserve Agency FRA has a condition for remaining on the Farmer Input Support Program, FISIP, has angered farmers in Southern Province. This story also continues on page 3 in the mass newspaper.
Okay, this one says the government and ECL family resume talks. In the spirit of unity and dialogue of the Zambian government and the family of the late 60th Republican President Edgar Lungu have started formal discussion regarding the burial of Mr. Lungu. This story continues also on page 3 of the Zambia Daily Mail.
Resist temptation from money, chiefs urged. Be the voice of the people and desist from being bribed by the government. Former Kasanengwa Member of Parliament Sencho Banda has advised chiefs throughout the country. In an interview, Banda said the recent proposed increase in chiefs' allowance was a source of deep concern and suspicion. This story continues on page 2 in the mass newspaper.
This one says Zambia DRC beef deal underway. So steps towards the $1 billion US beef export project have begun, with a delegation from the Democratic Republic of Congo already in the country to inspect Zambia's facilities and readiness to supply beef.
Trump seeks to rebrand debts of defense as debt of war. This story is on page 6 in the international news.
Okay, we have Ebola outbreak. It kills 15 in DRC.
Take you to sports. Zambia volleyball team heads to Zimbabwe for friendlies. A 26-member Zambia volleyball national team yesterday left for Zimbabwe to play 2 international friendly games with that country's team. The team, which comprises 14 men and 14 women, will play international friendlies today and tomorrow.
New Zealand eyes Zambia as a tourism spot for movies. And another story also in the Zambia Daily Mail, Chingoro allowed victims to get help from government. The other one is the thief killer gets 5 years in jail.
We know there are a lot of stories.
Yeah, indeed.
And so I think we will just end there from the newspaper picks. Let's share what is trending, Henry.
Yeah, of course, what has really trended and people have gotten more interested in is the story of the Lungu family. You know, it's something that people have been looking forward, especially to see what's the way forward after 6 months since his demise in South Africa. I'll just go through it just briefly together with our viewers there. You can look at this joint press statement where the government of the Republic of Zambia and the family of the late 6th President Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu announced the commencement of formal discussions, making a significant step forward resolving the 3 months impasse. So this is the thing that has actually got something that has brought joy, especially to us Zambians, where we need to see that, okay, things are moving. This is a step forward that has been taken. Yeah.
This is what we were all waiting for, actually. We want dialogue.
For sure.
At the end of the day, we want unity. We want an agreement between the two, the family and the government. I think we've waited for too long, and we only pray, put our fingers crossed that
this time it works out.
It works out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the other thing in the trend, we see 4 passengers have escaped unhurt when a Toyota Sienna they were in caught fire in Sinda district. This happened on that was on Thursday. Yeah. You know, I think this has become a common thing where vehicles have catch fire. And lucky enough, we've seen people surviving from these incidents.
It's indeed a sad. These are sad stories we are receiving, especially that within this month and the previous month, we've had a lot of such incidences. So I think it's a caution to the drivers to make sure that they check their vehicles very well. Even if the vehicle has not given you a problem, but at least get it checked. Before you start off early in the morning, it is a rule that the driver should check the levels of water because you know, those are just some of the preventive measures that we can take. Yeah, it is an accident, it was not planned for, but it's indeed very important that we take caution and know that these things can happen at any time. We make sure that we do our duties. When it happens, let it happen as an accident, not in an instance where they just happen. And also it means there's somewhere where we are going wrong as the drivers and the caretakers of these vehicles. Yes.
Yeah, for sure, Eugene. Of course, our dearest viewers, you can also take part in this show by simply texting. For those that are following us on Facebook, you can drop a comment and go and let us know which story you've picked, especially from the newspaper pick and from the trends. As we continue with the trends, you can also participate by letting us know what has trended, what you've seen new, either on social media as well as in your area. Alice.
Yes, there's a story that really touched me. I don't know if you've actually come across it. A 19-year-old boy who killed his father over a phone charger. This boy is from Bauleni. I don't know if you came across that story. It's all over social media.
Yeah, I did come across that story, but unfortunately, I didn't get to read the details. It was only a headline that said a 19-year-old kills the father of a charger. So kindly give us the details.
Yeah, that's the headline that I also came across with. It's just said a 19-year-old boy of Bauleni killed his biological father over a phone charger. And the story went on to say he's actually on the run.
It's so unfortunate. And
Indeed.
also the issue of deaths also bring us to this trend where a 61-year-old man has been shot dead by an unknown individual in Sinazongwe district, Southern Province. This happened when he was actually sleeping with the wife. He was just shot on the face. I don't know if you've come across such a story.
No.
Yeah, I think I heard that story this morning. I read it this morning. It is so sad that such things are happening in our country. We know ourselves to be peaceful people. Whenever we have differences, let's make sure that we report these matters to the police who are in charge of prosecuting, not going to an extent of killing each other because of unknown reasons. Or
Because of unknown reasons, for
yes.
sure.
And I think this should be the second story. We had one story, I think, early this year. That was also similar. The man that was also shot whilst he was in bed with the wife who was sleeping. And people didn't actually know it was actually planned by the wife. I hope it's a different case this time.
Then another story, trending story, woman dies of suspected food poisoning after drinking milk given by prophetess in Monze. So a 68-year-old woman from Chona Chiefdom in Monze district has died of suspected food poisoning after drinking milk administered to a relative by a prophetess.
You see,
Strange.
you see,
Very strange.
Papa,
This one is very strange.
and you know, these issues of looking for a miracle every time, looking for someone who can say exactly what I want to hear in life, is the reason why. And you find that the victims, this is not the first story. We have got a lot of similar stories in this country.
Wasn't it a few months ago in Kanyama, the similar incident of a 25-year-old prophet was praying for this victim. I don't know what had actually transpired. It ended up this boy only had leg problems, and he went for prayers, and it so happened that whatever had transpired, he died in the presence of the prophet.
You see, this is
Now
what,
many have perished.
this is what we are trying to say. So let us pray to God in truth and in spirit. Yeah, and let us know, especially the people we are going to, let us know especially their source of power. The only supreme power we have in this life is God. So if we start, pushing things, trying to make things happen in the way we want, we'll be finding ourselves in this problem, because these people called the prophets, the prophetess, most of them, we don't even know the source of their power. So you go there in trying to get help. In the end of the day,
and most of them don't even have spiritual powers.
Yeah.
There are others that actually just use psychology on us.
Yes.
Because like Alice had mentioned, I don't know if it's you who mentioned, to say, when we go to this prophet or prophetess, all we want is to hear what we want.
Yes.
I want this prophet to tell me, Iwe, Chukwatin drama, this. So they usually play with our intelligence.
Yeah.
So like you have said, let us pray to God before going to these people. God should always show us the right path to walk through.
Indeed.
Do you still have more stories?
There are actually a lot of stories, but we would want to hear those stories from our dear viewers. We want to hear from you. Share with us what is trending in your communities. What has actually made noise? Share with us by simply texting us on the numbers showing on the screen, or better still, you can give us a direct call. Let's get to interact.
Yeah, for sure, Alice. As we wrap up with the trends, as we are waiting from the viewers, we have this story that cannot just go unread, where the Pretoria High Court to hear Lungu case on Monday. We are looking forward that on the 8th be the day where the Pretoria High Court of South Africa will on Monday, September 8, hear former President Lungu's family application for leave to appeal its judgment, which ordered that the body of Lungu be repatriated to Zambia for a state funeral.
Wow, that I think from what we talked about, the result from the High Court there in Pretoria, I think it should be linked to what the families are going to discuss. My prayer is that the family and the government should first sit down and agree on one thing, so that everything goes on very well. Because if these two people don't agree, the government and the family don't agree on this, we'll still be having complications.
We'll still have more court cases.
Yeah.
And my own opinion, I feel all this is unnecessary.
Indeed.
The court cases are so unnecessary.
Yeah.
We can just sit down as a country, come to one agreement than all these wrangles.
Indeed.
Yeah, we continue to pray for that.
Yeah, we were told to continue praying for the Lungu family. You know, it's not easy to lose a loved one.
Yeah.
All right, our dearest viewers, thank you very much. Those are the trends that we had for you for now. We'll go on a short break. We'll be right back.
My name is Tasila Mvula, and I'm super excited to announce to you the Lumen TV Couples Day Out. Now, tickets are only going at 300 kwacha per couple, and the venue will be at the new Lumen TV studio premises. Now, this will take place on the 6th of September 2025. So, what you can do now is get that partner of yours, tell them about the good news, and see you there.
Lumen TV Zambia presents to you a Couples Day Out at only 300 kwacha per person. It will be held on the 60th of September 2025 in the new Lumen TV studio behind St. Dominic's in Woodlands, Lusaka. For more details, please be sure to contact the numbers on your screen. It will be covered live on all media platforms but for Lumen TV, inclusive of channel 101, Topstar, as well as YouTube and Facebook.
Ndizaka zonse sindagera ndaesa ndachimba ndapa ndanyenga tumika yawe umuti chitire chisoni sindinasamale malamulo kuminga kalenda chimwe chunji ndiboneka olungama pakati panzanga umuti chitire chisoni anzanga mbiri yakwidwa ndipo alangidwa ndine mmodzi mwaosedwa kokwidwa ndaesa Sindika owa makululukila akanikani kate mundi kululukile ine uchimo.
going straight to the viewer.
Welcome back, our dearest viewers. You are still watching Lumen Morning Diary. Of course, we've reached at a very interesting part where we need to look at our topic of focus in depth. Of course, it is now almost half a year since the transition of the new curriculum. A lot of workshops have been conducted over this new curriculum. Nevertheless, many questions are still hanging. In the studio today, we've been joined by Dr. Alvin Shiwoya, who happens to be the principal of Crested Crane. The man, of course, who has achieved so much where education is concerned. He happens to be a qualified, dedicated educator with a specialization in education, administration, and management. He holds a bachelor's degree in education from the University of Zambia, degree in education management from Salusi University, Zimbabwe, and a doctor of philosophy in education, administration, and management from the University of Zambia. And as I earlier stated, that he is the current principal of Crested Crane. Dr. Shiwoya, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Midenda. It's my pleasure to be here, and good morning, viewers.
All right, as we all know that the new curriculum is something that really excites all of us, that it is here now, that we have to do a review now that it is almost half a year. How have the pupils, parents, and teachers adopted to this new curriculum?
Thank you very much. The new curriculum is actually very exciting in the sense that it brings new dimensions to the education curriculum, which you've had in the past 10 years or so, since the last review in 2013. And so this one brings in new perspectives, which are exciting, both the learners, the parents, and even us as teachers. And so whenever something new comes through, there are always processes which have to be undertaken in order for it to be implemented fully. And so in our case at Crested Crane, when the new curriculum was announced, we took measures to ensure that it is acceptable or accepted by the stakeholders, open to parents, learners, even the members of staff or teachers per se. And so we began by engaging parents themselves, explaining to them what the new curriculum is all about, what changes have been introduced, so that they get to understand what is in the offering on the part of their children. After that engagement, we were able to receive that support from the parents. And so when the schools opened, we were able to also talk to the children themselves, the learners. What is it that is contained in this new curriculum? It looks like something very new, very strange to them. Some were even scared. What is it that we're going to learn in this new curriculum, especially the Form 1s, knowing that subjects that were being taught in the senior secondary, they're being taught right from the beginning, having transitioned from primary school. And so we had to engage them, do some counseling, provides guidance on all the pathways that are provided. And they were able to accept the change and copy into the system. And we also did the same for the teachers as well, knowing that some of the teachers were only teaching junior secondary school, and now we are told you have to teach physics in Form 1. And so they had to go some training, government organized workshops where teachers were invited who are involved in those subjects, They underwent some training, guidance on how to deliver. And when we officially opened, we were good to go.
All right.
Wonderful, Doctor. You know, from the time the new curriculum was introduced, no single textbook of in any subject was has been printed so far. What's the way forward?
Yeah. In my view, I think the government has done its best to ensure that this curriculum is rolled out effectively. Beginning from the workshops which are organized, where teachers were trained, they were able to provide a starting point when it comes to teaching, in the sense that, one, the curriculum framework is provided, which I happen to have a copy here, which guides what subjects are supposed to be taught, the combination of subjects in the different pathways. From there, they provided materials in soft copy form. Right now, if you go to the Ministry of Education website or portal, you find there's a component for new curriculum. So you find that there are teaching modules for 2025 from term 1, term 2, term 3. Or what our teachers are doing is simply to download those materials, those modules, and use them for teaching and learning in the classrooms. So, in my view, I think we are ready to begin teaching this new curriculum, because alternative measures were put in place. Where there is a change, there is always this a delay in putting everything in place. Because if you wait to put everything in place, you will not start. But when you start that journey, definitely you will find your way where you're going. I know textbooks have not been printed yet, but at least the resources are there. The curriculum developers have already developed all the content is required. All we need is to roll out these books in different schools so that they can be accessed. But with the digitalization of teaching and learning, these materials are easily accessible, and we are good to go as schools. We are happy with the stage where we are this far.
The issue of ICT as a compulsory subject amidst lack of computers, equipments, coupled with load shedding. What's your take on it?
Yes, computer studies, yes, it has been made compulsory, and as an educator, I'm very excited about it, because we are in the 21st century where use of technology has become a day-to-day activities of our lives. During a time when we were going to school, technology or use of computers was not there. By the time, personally, when I was getting to invest my first degree, I had not interacted with a computer. It was very hard to adapt, a lot of pressure. Lecturers are giving so much work, they're giving assignments, you need to research. What are you researching with a computer? Which you've never seen, some of us who came from villages. It was really hard to cope. So I believe the introduction of computer studies as a compulsory subject in the secondary school is the move. It's a good move, it's a welcome move, because it's going to give our learners the skills that will help them survive in the communities when they finish schools or when they get to universities and colleges. Because computer studies gives learners opportunity to be creative in their thinking. It helps to solve complex issues by breaking down into smaller components, which what basically they are learning in the syllabus. And then they are able to use now that approach even in learning other subjects. So in a way, it has helped them to be effective in their teaching and learning. And so there are these challenges of load shedding, which is not a perpetual phenomena. It will at one point or the other come to an end. But this should not make the process of teaching and learning come to a stop or hinder the teaching and learning of certain subjects like computer studies. Another way I look at it is that the issue of load shedding has provided us an opportunity to be innovative in our thinking. providing solutions to it. For example, at Crested Crane Academy, where I'm privileged to be the principal, where we noticed that we have no option but to teach computer studies, and then we have a challenge of load shedding. We moved into to the use of solar. We integrated solar systems where we powered computer labs. We also powered, of course, administration, so that we keep on being able to follow what is happening. That way, we've been able to teach without challenges. And I'm aware that even the government is making strides in that direction. I do follow some of the police pronouncements where they're saying all government institutions must have solar systems, universities, schools, so that they are powered. And so even in rural areas, I believe that very soon all of them, all the schools will be connected to solar, which will be a solution to the current challenge of load shedding, which in a way may affect teaching computer science. But I think we are in the right direction. We'll be good. We are good to go. Looking at a bigger picture where these computer skills has to be taught.
Okay, Eugene.
Yeah, this new curriculum, Doctor, has scored on a lot of massive enrollment levels against a curriculum or whose nature of implementation demands a lot of teacher-pupil interaction. Are we seeing this new curriculum succeeding or being implemented well, especially in all the schools around the country?
Thank you very much. I think the answer is yes. I say yes because for me, the primary objective of education, for example, especially in Zambia, is to ensure that every learner is exposed to this very important skill which everyone has to possess. I've heard different stakeholders, including the president, talk about education as the best inheritance. The education as an equalizer, of which I do agree, because when you are educated, you can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Material resources, you can have them today, tomorrow they can disappear. How are you going to survive if those material resources are no longer there?
Mm-hmm.
And so the bigger picture is to ensure that every child out there has got access to education, has got access to basic skills that can enable him or her to thrive. Yes, it's free education, and it has enabled everyone to go into the classroom despite the current challenge of high pupil-teacher ratio. At least when a child gets into that classroom, able to hear the voice of a teacher teaching, those who are able to follow, they were able to grasp something which will change their lives. Even a word of encouragement to say there is life beyond what you are going through. Believe me, there are a lot of challenges out there in societies where we come from. So with this massive rollout of education across the new curriculum and also compulsory education, I think it's to enable all the learners to have access to that. Besides that, I know that there are plans under the Ministry of Education of expanding infrastructure across the country, so that where there was a classroom which was occupied by 120, 130 students or so, if there's another block which is created, it means that the number is going to reduce. So infrastructure expansion is a solution. Teacher recruitment is also going to reduce pupil-teacher ratio, and I think we'll be good to go.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shuwaya, for coming through. Your concluding remarks.
Thank you so much. I am once more grateful for according this opportunity to come and share some thoughts regarding the new curriculum implementation. It's my sincere hope that we continue discussing on the subject. Is very, very important. Thank you so much, and thank you to the viewers.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, our dearest viewers. That was Dr. Shuwaya, who has given us more insights on the new curriculum. For now, we'll go on a short break. We'll be right back.
I'm your boy, Kerumzi, hey. Mwamuna kakutawa kukusia na bana ni madaliso. Amokaza kakutawa kukusia na bana ni madaliso. Wanza Lumen TV bagulisa matiketi 300 chabe 300 wapeta uke nyimba katete chipata gulani naise tipeze kako tapeze kako Lumen TV bagulisa matiketi Lumen TV bagulisa matiketi ni 300 chabe wapeta uke nyimba katete chipata gulani matiketi na ine nizapeze kako azikebuzie.
Sapano nilinde zaka zonse sindagera ndaesa ndachimba ndapanda nyenga tumika yawe umuti chitire chiso sindina samale malamulo kubinga kalenda chimwa chunji iwoneka olungama pakati panzanga umuti chitire chiso azanga mbiri yakwidwa ndipo alangidwa dine mmodzi maoseka kokwidwa daesa opamba ndadzuzula ndaleperwa kululuka awapirika kumaparo amila kwazatu wadindani angapulumuke opalibe chikondi chao ambuye chao tanchosa sindika oamakululukila akanikani tatemundikululukile ineochimo tatemundikululukile omwendi kukwira zoera maesero soyachulukirapo kodi ndileke kukutumikila niyambuye yanga ndiululile nichinsinsi chano chau ekuti ndikuluke mphaku zinzeru ziluntali ndizakwanu zindineopambana pakati panzanga ndineofuka Tima msakuyo Tonse mbe tima chimwa Tisima ngombe tani Utapa antum kamoka mbere Na mama bonza Ukira zigao Sopera konchitu Uti mulungu wa mawelenga Sola kwa zatu Kodi ndani anga pulumuke Opalibe Chikundi chao ambuye chao Nchosa sindika
Welcome back, our dearest viewers. You're still watching Lumen Morning Diary. Of course, I've been joined by a very wonderful team who give us more insights where agriculture is concerned, this is no other than Agrian Network. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Morning. Good morning. How are you?
I would allow you to introduce yourselves to the viewers.
My name is Mwansa Luanga, and I'm the Marketing and Communications Facilitator at Agrian Network.
My name is Eddie Chidziwa. I'm the Projects Coordinator at Agrian Network.
And my name is Jazzy Nyapa. I'm an Investment Facilitator at Agrian Network.
Right. Could you briefly introduce Agrian Network and the work you do in strengthening agriculture system in Zambia?
Agrian Network is a social enterprise that looks at bringing different actors in the agribusiness space to create impact. We are in existence for 5 years, but our roots can be traced back to as far back as 10 years through an organization called Agri-Focus, which was focusing on farmer entrepreneurship and collaboration. Since it transitioned into the Netherlands Food Partnership, we decided to localize the network, hence Agrian Network. So NFP and Agrian Network have got a common focus, which is looking at food system and also collaboration. So we create platforms where agribusiness actors are able to share ideas, share experiences, and also form partnership. Our mission is to form transformative partnerships in the African food system space. And our goal is to create a food secure Zambia. So most of our activities are centered around that. So we are into knowledge management and facilitation. We are into relationship brokering. We are into food system based project management. And when we are saying food system based project management, we are looking at the entire food system. So this is in the way that food is produced. This is in the way that food is distributed, and also this is the way that food is consumed. So our activities are centered around all those 4 themes, and we have different projects that we look at. We have what we call the Smallholders Farmer Acceleration Program. This is based in Eastern Province and also in Lusaka through a mushroom project, and also where we look at soybeans. Then we also have a program called SMART, which looks at promoting the adoption of technology by smallholder farmers. With this one, we have different partners on board. One of them is World Vision. We have MEDA, and we also have Deep Rise. So we also have a program called School to Farm. With this one, we look at how we promote agriculture to children between the ages of 7 to 18 years to see how they can look at the different career streams that exist in the food system space. We believe the earlier that you start, the better. So our work is anchored around all those 4 things.
Right. Agrian Network has been working with partners like World Vision in Zambia to support stakeholder farmers. Can you share some of the ways you address nutrition and food security through your initiatives?
Thank you. So for us, we go back to the basics. We want to appreciate what is the different ways that people can adapt to new ways of technologies, climate smart farming systems. So when through the partnership that we have with World Vision, we look at different ways that farmers can adopt to climate smart technologies. So we introduce different solution providers. We bring together different stakeholders in the agribusiness space to spread the word and to also ensure that farmers are able to look at ways that they are able to improve their farming system, ways that they are able to look at ways that they are able to enhance their farming and also be able to uplift their livelihood.
Capacity building is one of your key focus areas. What kind of training and knowledge sharing activities have you put in place, involved in, and how are you trying to help farmers adopting climate smart solutions?
Okay, knowledge management is key, and it's central to what we do. So we are always interested in ensuring that people are up to date in the new ways of doing business. And we always host different types of capacity building trainings. One of them is ensuring that people are able to be more knowledgeable in terms of the latest technologies that are available, the sustainable ways of farming, and also different food system-based challenges that are able to enhance the way people do their farming activities.
Yes, your pick on what she has said so far. Anything that you have to add out on what she has said?
Okay. On the trainings, especially for capacity building and climate smart farming, we have other programs like teaching the farmers how to manage their water systems. That is use of drip irrigation. Also, which is helps the farmer to be able to calculate the amount of water they are able to use per growing season. We also encourage greenhouse farming for cooperatives, which is a way of controlled environment, which actually helps with the farming throughout the year.
Right. One of your program include mushroom production, as you earlier stated. What goals are you trying to achieve with the intentions, particularly for smallholder farmer and rural communities?
Okay. When it comes to mushroom, the mushroom program basically it's an alternative way to give the farmers a better high yielding, a high value crop, which is mushroom. Mushroom has a short turnover period. You find that in 21 days you'll be able to harvest, and also you can grow it all year round, as well as it's highly profitable and highly nutritious. So the goal here is to actually help the farmers find a way to make money through their mushrooms. It will be like a source of income for the women and the youth in the rural areas, which is a plus considering that it does not need much work, as well as you were able to plant it in a controlled environment. Thus, you can plant it all year round.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir. Your take.
Well, with the capacity building, what most of my colleagues have actually mentioned is we also go into what we call crop diversification. So the crop diversification, we know that these are what we have alternative crops, apart from what we're mainly commonly known to be good at with the maize production. So we try to move away from that and encourage many farmers to actually grow other crops, which are what we would want to call beans, soybeans, rice, and groundnuts. And through the training that we have through the capacity building, we actually level that into cash crops. And this is actually a way of siding away from what we want to call dependency on what we call our staple, maize. So the cash crop aspect of it is where the diversification comes in.
Right. Finally, you'll be hosting the Thrive Investment Forum in partnership with World Vision Zambia later this month. Could you share with viewers what this event is about and opportunities it presents and why stakeholders should take part?
So the Thrive 2025 is going to take place this month on the 25th of September. And this is literally spearheaded by World Vision Zambia and Agrian. And this has been work which has been running for the last 2 years, in where the needs assessment of the farmers has been realized. And the needs assessments are what we call the gap. So these are the gaps that we've identified and bringing to the table for the service providers within the agriculture sector to merge with their services and bring these services to contain the needs, or what we call the gaps. So the service providers are coming onto the table to solve the problems of the smallholder farmers. And the smallholder farmers are as many as about 24,000. And this is across the 10 districts of the country. And these groups, these 24,000 are actually in a cluster of about 900 farmer groups, which are already organized. And the link now is to solve the problem.
Right. Thank you very much for coming through, Agrian, and looking forward for us to come through and do what we can at the event. All right. You are still watching Lumen Morning Diary. For now, we'll go on a short break. Stay tuned.
Hello viewers, Lumen TV presents to you Couples Day Out, date 6th September 2025, time from 09:30 hours to 12:30 hours, venue New Lumen TV Studios along Leopards Hill Road, charges 300 kwacha. For more information, kindly contact the numbers that are scrolling on your screen.
I'm your boy. Kerumzi, hey, mamuna kakutawa, kukusia na bana, ni madaliso, amokaza kakutawa, kukusia na bana, ni madaliso. Wanza, Lumen TV bagulisa matiketi 300 chabe, 300, wapeta uke, nyimba, katete, chipata, gurani naise tipeze kako tapeze kako Lumen TV bagulisa matiketi Lumen TV bagulisa matiketi ni Thilandi lady chabe wapeta uke nyimba katete chipata gurani matiketi na ine nizapeze kako azikebuzi
Welcome back, our dear viewers. You are still watching Lumen Morning Diary here on Lumen TV Zambia. Don't forget, we are coming to you live from Channel 101 on Topstar, and also those of you that are following us on via social media, it's Lumen TV Zambia on Facebook. But when you see us right now, we are coming back to you with a lot of sports, as into what is happening in the sports industry. Mr. Mafuta is here in the studio to give us what is going on, and we have prepared a lot of things, especially as far as sports is concerned. We'll first start by General talking about the Zambia national team who have been putted out
without playing.
Before, imagine going into the battlefield knowing that you have lost this battle. Mr. Mafuta.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's not something that takes us by surprise. For those who really follow sports, especially football, I think one would have prepared his mind for that, because we are talking about a world qualifier where we have the 10 groups. The slots have been increased in Africa to 10, because those are guaranteed from the 5 groups. Each one who tops the group automatically has a slot. And of course, with one fringe space that comes through the playoff, and that it's about all the groups who comes as the best runners-up. Then we also have the Oceanic League going on. They also pick a best loser. From those ones, there's one fringe space. But looking at the main one, where we were in our group, Morocco had the game earlier, which they played yesterday against Niger, and that game was a determinant to the group. So they won it. They are taking them to 18 points. Zambia still on 6. Wow. All is dusted. And the game that will be playing against Morocco will simply be a formality game, because Morocco has sealed and everything is done and dusted. They become the first team to qualify from the African teams. I think they show us why they even went that far in the last World Cup. I think they are a powerhouse. Yeah. Maybe what is interesting is people had given it didn't augur well with a lot of people when they quoted the first president. Remember, first president Keith Mwemba had talked about we need to start preparing for 2030. And people said, what kind of a language is this? Even him has no confidence of us qualifying. I think it was something simple to calculate, because Morocco just needed one win, with us anticipating that everyone ahead of us keeps on losing. I think that was not workable, and it was an easy mathematics for him.
Calculate. You see, us Zambians are always used to playing football of calculations. The other team should lose so that we qualify.
And it couldn't work.
So, Mr. Mafuta, what's your take? What's really the problem? Because if we look at it, even the women are now failing us. What has happened to our soccer teams right now?
I think talking of the men's senior team, I would say the starting point was bad. We started so badly. We needed to maximize points, especially for home games, and possibly force a draw when we are out. And we didn't do that. Then for the women's team, I would say we still remain a powerhouse, but maybe the main problem has been the consistency in which team do we really want to use. Because I think the clubs have shown that they are giving us the very best. We saw how Zesco went to participate in the COSAFA. They went all the way to the finals, eliminating the favorites Orlando Pirates. That showed you that Zambian women football, it is growing at club level. We are so strong. But at national team, I think our technical bench, they have all the material. Personally, I would say we have a team, but we are failing to make use of them.
Mr. Mafuta, we saw you talked about the technical bench. You know, we saw from the beginning of the World Cup qualifiers, we the fans, you know, even the fans out there, they noticed that these qualifiers, they were not taken seriously from the beginning. Now that we are playing the last game in the qualifiers, we want now to be serious, maybe to see that we can do things. What really went wrong and what is supposed to be done?
Squabbles were there. We saw the differences of the coach with other players. Fashion Sakala redrafted, but at a time when it matters less. And I think we never had a consistent team. These, I would say in a nutshell, it's common. Star players are always not to some kind. But that's why in England, we don't call them coaches, we'd rather call them team managers. You manage starting from the behavior of a player. Not that they don't have those hurdles. We've seen even the top class players like Mohamed Salah who say something, people even say, will the coach ever use Salah? You see them talking. That's how you manage a player. You have to manage them. So even the impasse between Fashion and Grant was something manageable, because what was needed there are management skills. How do I manage the behavior? How do I manage the player in and off the pitch?
Okay. So earlier today in the mass newspaper, the sports segment, I had read to our viewers to say the Zambia volleyball team has gone to Zimbabwe for the friendlies. What's your take on that one?
I think it's high time we started diversifying. We can also have played from other sporting events. Football is slowly showing us to say it's going down. Maybe we try volleyball and other sporting. We are doing fine actually in other sporting, but there is very little publicity about them. Of course, it's not really a tournament or anything. They've gone there specifically just for a friendly. It is a 2-in-1 team, well balanced, 14 ladies and 14 men. They'll play 2 friendlies. Actually, they left yesterday. They'll have 1 friendly today and another friendly tomorrow. It's just to keep the team in shape for tournaments ahead, because currently they haven't done much.
Mr. Mafuta, coming to athletics, the Absa marathon is on today. I can see roads around Kablonga blocked. Tell us more about the marathon.
The marathon is on. This is an annual event by Absa. Absa tries to, this is not more of a competitive thing. The core business is about keeping people fit. Because if you see, as I was coming, I saw people running. I was expecting to see a team from Lumen participating in the marathon.
We are busy informing the viewers.
I think next time we can have Father Arthur leading the delegation. We can also field in, because it's more of companies have gone into this, corporate people. There are also individuals that have entered. Bringing Lusaka almost to a close, because when I was looking at the number of roads that have been blocked, I think it's almost the entire main roads in Lusaka. Interestingly, they are really serious races, because we have the longest race, which is a 42-kilometer race. 42, it's not a joke. There are others who are taking part in 21 kilometers, 10 kilometers. And for people like Eugene, I think a 5 would have done. They also have a 5 kilometers. So these are the races that they have. Of course, they are also honoring one of their own, Mr. Sichiza. He was the apps communications manager who just died some 2 weeks, let me say almost a month ago. So, and we are saying it's one way of honoring Mr. Sichiza. Exactly. Then we also had Zambians are also doing fine in swimming, where we have minted 6 medals so far in the aqua swimmers in Switzerland. That in Eswatini, we are in a quick want to go to Europe. And our captain, of course, Jaden Piri, she won 3 medals alone. One in the 17-meter free swim, Then in the 200 meters, again, she came first. And in 50 meters butterfly style, again, she came first. 3 gold medals by one. And another gold was minted by Kira Habazoka, who also did well in the backstroke. So we have 6 medals so far the ongoing youth championship in swimming. We seem to be doing very fine in swimming. Yeah, but maybe what would be of interesting also is the bikers. There's something big coming for them where about 1,500 bikers would take to their bikes in a tournament that will kickstart on the 26th. It will be a 3-day tournament. They have to ride general from Kazungula, that's a border town, to Lusaka, and this has attracted, it will be a very huge thing because we have countries like Angola, Botswana, DRC Congo, Kenya, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, South Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, Zimbabwe, all sending their bikers with a total of about 1,500. Zambia hosting, we are fielding about 300 bikers, and I think we'll have our concentration more from Eastern Province. Those guys can ride from Eastern Province. So we'll see how this goes. The sponsors are Zambia Motorsport Association. Yeah, one would wonder where does the bikers fall? They are under the Zambia Motorsport Association. Exactly.
Wonderful. Well, our dear viewers, that is what we could accommodate for you in the sports segment. I'm sure you have learned something, you have been informed about something. Let us not lose hope. Let us all go to Levi Mwanawasa Stadium to go and support our very own Chipolopolo boys, especially knowing that Fashion Sakala, who has missed, will be on the pitch that day to give us nothing but the best. We go on a short break and we'll be right back.
My name is Tasila Mvula and I'm super excited to announce to you the Lumen TV Couples Day Out. Now tickets are only going at 300 kwacha per couple and the venue will be at the new Lumen TV studio premises. Now this will take place on the 6th of September 2025. So what you can do now is get that partner of yours, tell them about the good news and see you there.
Lumen TV Zambia presents to you a Couples Day Out at only 300 kwacha per person. It will be held on the 60th of September 2025 in the new Lumen TV studio behind St. Dominic's in Woodlands, Osaka. For more details, please be sure to contact the numbers on your screen. It will be covered live on all media platforms but for Lumen TV, inclusive of channel 101, Topstar, as well as YouTube and Facebook.
I'm your boy, Kerumzi, hey. Mamuna kakutawa, kukusia na bana, ni madaliso. Amukaza kakutawa, kukusia na bana, ni madaliso. Wanza, Lumen TV wagulisa matiketi 300 chabe, 300. Wapeta uke, nyimba, katete, chipata, gulani. Naise tipeze kako, tapeze kako. Lumen TV wagulisa matiketi. Lumen TV wagulisa matiketi. Ni Thilandi lady chabe. Wapeta uke, nyimba, katete, chipata, gulani matiketi. Na ine nizapeze kako azikeruzi.
Welcome back, our dearest viewers. You're still watching Lumen Morning Diary, and we are the winning team. As you can see where we are coming to the end of the show. But guess what? We have very nice information, good news for those couples out there, and I'm sure Alice is very much excited to talk about it.
Yes, it's happening. It's today, Couples Day Out. The day has finally come. It's happening right here at Lumen TV New Studios. Come, let's enjoy this day together. It's Couples Day Out. The ticket is only 300 kwacha. It's never too late. Come and grab one and be part of this beautiful day, Couples Day.
Though I feel betrayed.
Oh.
I feel betrayed about this event because unfortunately it's like on this set I'm the only one that didn't get that ticket. Mr. Mafuta promised to get a ticket for Alice. So me, I don't know. Maybe Eugene, you're the one that is getting one for me.
I would love to tell our dear viewers that I'm not getting a ticket for general, but you know, we can give a ticket to that viewer who is watching Lumen TV right now. If you're watching Lumen TV right now, the numbers are showing on the screen. Call us right now and we'll give you that ticket for free. If you're watching right now and you have got talk time, within these seconds, call us and tell us we're waiting for the call. Is there any call there? Do we have that call? You can win this ticket for a Couples Day Out that is going on today. Call us right now so that we give you that ticket, especially if you are near Lusaka, because if you are in northwestern province, it will take you years. That is if you are within Lusaka, you'll be able to take that one ticket for free.
Yeah.
Mr. Mafuta.
Yeah.
I've heard Alice is having a ticket. Are you buying or since the viewers have been promised free tickets? What's your word for those that are coming for the Couples Day Out?
My word that you really need to attend such events. They come once in a while, and maybe the challenge I would pose any couple that is very near to Lumen TV, if they can just find their way to Lumen TV, I'll sponsor one couple.
Wow.
Just anywhere near. They just come through, they say, it's that couple that you mentioned.
It's here. The couple is here. Okay, we don't.
Actually,
are you ready with Eugene?
Very much ready.
Eugene has not.
I don't want to cry. This is to my kind of screen.
Right. You know, it is Couples Day Out. You know, it is that Couples Day Out where you don't see scenes like we witnessed some on social media, whereby a couple goes out or maybe something happens. Then you understand, on the wedding day something like
someone
that.
shows up.
For me,
that's why Eugene has refused to declare. Who knows? He knows the
you know, these issues are common. Let us know that. Let us make sure that you come with your own partner, and be sure. Those of you are saying, no, I'm in a serious relationship.
And where's still a Demba woman just come if you have
And like you had said, Mr. Mafuta, these events are important as couples, because you try to build relations. You are making memories as a couple.
And these couples, most of them, they are working classes. So you find that they don't have time to be together. So this is a time that you can really show, your partner that you really love them. So mothers, fathers, sisters, and brothers, cousins, and whatever, come with those couples. We see how you show love to each other, especially some of us who are priests. Maybe consider changing the vocation.
As you can see, this happiness leads to the couples day out. As you can see, you see these faces, those couples. We are still waiting for that call. I think that one is not lucky. Those numbers on the screen, call, you get yourself a free ticket.
For free.
No, it's not just a couples day out. It's lunch also. There's lunch provided, things like that. You eat together. You feel that issue of oneness.
What's our bisa?
And just an emphasis, it's not just for married people, even those that are in a serious relationship. Come through, let's get to interact. Today we're going to learn a lot of things. So it's happening at 9:30.
Which one is not serious?
You understand? Those that are in relationships with men that they can't take.
I know. The other thing, General, is I'm not married. I'm a priest, as I said.
Yes.
I'm a priest. So, but now I'm feeling
Self-proclaimed.
to say, those of you who have been caught into issues of marriage, be proud of the person you're marrying, be proud of the person you're dating. Whether Ali Fita, Ali Kashikamu, so bring them on, bring them here so that we see them.
I'll be disappointed if I don't see any couple from the Lumen TV crew. You must show by example.
Members will say, I'm sure Mr. Mafuta will lead those couples.
Me and Alice were there.
Mr. Mafuta and Alice are already there, but I can't wait to see the man behind the camera, Mr. Sydney, and his partner. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'm sure he has made plans. I'm sure he has made plans.
I know we can actually go on and on to talk about the couples day out. Yes, it's happening right here. Don't forget, those that are home, don't forget to watch live on Lumen TV. It's happening at 9:30 to 12:30 hours. Be part of this couples day.
All right, as you can see, time is jealous, is moving to that couples day out so that we can televise the live pictures from the Lumen TV new studios. Right up now, we come to the end of the show. Remember that this show is open for sponsorship. You can always follow it on Lumen TV channel 101 Top Star, as well as on Facebook, Lumen TV Z. Continue watching the rest of the programming with me, Henry Mdenda. The guys here, I made a mistake. There's a big man here. Eugene Musoka, Alice Lungu. It's bye-bye.
Lumen TV Zambia presents to you a couples day out at only 300 kwacha per person. It will be held on the 60th of September 2025 in the new Lumen TV studio behind St. Dominic's in Woodlands, Osaka. For more details, please be sure to contact the numbers on your screen. It will be covered live on all media platforms but for Lumen TV, inclusive of channel 101, Top Star, as well as YouTube and Facebook. Lumen TV Zambia presents to you a